This is the story of Novak Djokovic, a champion who rewrote the record books, a warrior who rose from the streets of Belgrade to the heights of world tennis. But while his numbers shine in gold, his path has often been shadowed by storms, scandals, controversies, and battles that stretched beyond the white lines of a tennis court. This is not only the tale of his greatness, but also of his struggles. Djokovic's rise was born out of hardship. From a war-torn Serbia, he fought his way into a sport dominated by Federer's grace and Nadal's grit. But unlike them, Djokovic's journey would become polarizing. He would be the man who chased history while facing boos, criticism, and endless debates about who he truly was in 2020. The US Open gave us one of the most shocking moments in modern tennis. Djokovic, the heavy favorite, seemed destined for another slam, but frustration overcame him. After dropping a point, he struck a ball behind him. That ball smashed into the throat of a line judge. The crowd gasped, the official fell, and in seconds, the world number one was defaulted, disqualified from the tournament. He walked off in silence, stunned, broken. The image of Novak Djokovic leaving Flushing Meadows that night would remain a scar in his career. But if the US Open default was shocking, the Adria Tour was devastating. As the world locked down in fear of COVID-19, Djokovic tried to bring tennis back. He organized his own charity exhibition across the Balkans, but the matches had no distancing, no masks, no limits. Crowds filled the seats. Players hugged, partied, laughed, and then the virus spread. One by one, players tested positive, coaches, staff, even Djokovic himself. The backlash was brutal. The world called him reckless, careless. Some even accused him of arrogance, of putting ego above safety. He defended his intentions, but the stain of the Adria Tour lingered. And then came 2022. The Australian Open, Djokovic's fortress, 9-time champion, the King of Melbourne. But this time, the battle was not on the court, it was at the airport. Djokovic arrived with a medical exemption to Australia's strict vaccine rules. But his entry triggered protests, headlines, even political debates in Parliament. For days, the world watched as the greatest player in tennis sat not in a hotel suite, but in immigration detention. Lawyers fought. Politicians spoke. Fans gathered outside chanting his name, and then the verdict: his visa was cancelled. Novak Djokovic, the world's number one, was deported from Australia. The tournament went on without him. His greatest rival, Rafael Nadal, won the title, breaking their Grand Slam tie. And Djokovic's absence became one of the most controversial chapters in modern sport. The truth was clear. Djokovic's stance on vaccines had made him a global lightning rod. He spoke of freedom, of choice, of personal health. But in a divided world, his words sparked both cheers and fury. Supporters hailed him as brave. Critics branded him reckless. The cost was enormous. He missed the Australian Open, he missed the US Open. While his rivals battled for history, Djokovic stood on the sidelines, barred not by injury but by choice. And yet these were only the headline controversies. On court, Djokovic's fire often burned too hot. He smashed rackets. In fury, he shouted at umpires. He clashed with crowds that jeered his every move. Federer smiled, Nadal fought in silence, but Djokovic, he roared back, refusing to bow. To some, this was strength. To others, arrogance, and it deepened the divide between him and the fans who longed for a hero like Federer or Nadal. For all his brilliance, Djokovic has often felt unloved. His numbers scream greatness, but the cheers in stadiums rarely matched his achievements, and Djokovic knew it. He has spoken of it. He has felt it. The loneliness of being the outsider, the greatest, yet never the most adored. And still, for every scandal, Djokovic, and from Australia, he returned in 2023 and lifted the trophy once more. The crowd watched, the critics silenced. He had survived again because if Federer is remembered as the artist and Nadal as the warrior, Djokovic will be remembered as the survivor, the man who fought through boos, deportations, disqualifications, and global backlash, and still stood tall with more trophies than anyone else. His scandals are real, his controversies undeniable, but they are part of his story as much as his victories are. He is not the perfect hero, not the universally loved champion. He is something else. Novak Djokovic is defiance. He is resilience. He is controversy and greatness, combined in one man. When history looks back, it will not Just see the records, it will see the storm. It will see the survivor. Novak Djokovic, controversial, relentless, eternal.